Oh god, the color is terrible. And did I put it on the wrong one? I think I did. Hello. Hopefully you can hear me. I don't know how to change the sound if I don't have the sound correctly. So hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. So today is the May subscriber chat. I had this idea of doing it over where I normally film my videos, but due to other things, I ended up not. But get this put that way. Okay. I think you can hear me. I'm assuming. Public entertainment. I need to always check these, but I can't. Okay. Hopefully you can hear me. The little thing seems to be moving. But so I decided to do it. I know I said I was going to do it last week, but life got in the way. Also, I ended up going to see Multiverse of Madness, and that kind of took up a lot of my time. Unfortunately, I didn't realize how much it would. So yeah. So we can talk about whatever in the chat. Do apologize. I'm trying to figure out better lighting situation here, but I can never figure it out when I'm sitting here. I don't know why. It drives me crazy. I'll figure it out eventually. But yeah, so just you can ask any questions. We can talk about the 100, the seasons 1 through 4 of Vampire Diaries, The Flash, Superman and Lois, Dawson's Creek. We can talk about whatever. Or we could talk about shows that you would like to see me do. I'm up for anything. Just, put it in the chat and we can discuss. And do. Also, I'm not sure if you hear it. If you hear anything in the background, I have a fan going in my room because it is kind of hot. So if you hear background, I apologize for that. Hello. Welcome to the chat. And welcome to the live stream. So if there's anything you want to talk about, feel free to put it in there and we can discuss. Also, I had it in my flash reaction, but I did cut my hair. I'm still getting used to it. I'm not really sure how I like it. I'm used to long hair, so short hair is very new for me. But I probably will be playing with it most of the time, so I apologize about that. It's a nervous tick for me. But so yeah. Anything, or shall I just keep talking? So the schedule has probably been posted already because I set that to post at 8 o'clock. So I've added a new show to my Patreon channel that will eventually come to YouTube. I don't know when yet, but I do know it will stay on my Patreon channel for a little bit, and that is Shadowhunters. So I've been wanting to do that one for a little bit, but I've just never gotten into it. But so I've started that one. So that one's going to be Patreon for a little bit while I get through some of the old other ones. But I wanted to try and bring some new shows to Patreon. instead of just the ones that I have on YouTube. Uh, I'm actually it's actually quite good. I've only watched the first 2 episodes, but I'm like, I wanted to watch more already, so but I do know, like, there's a big fan base behind it, and they were all super upset when it got canceled, so kinda like how freaking CW just, like, canceled, like, whole bunch of a whole bunch of shows. I am devastated about, like, some of those shows, especially Roswell. Roswell, I'm absolutely devastated about because I love that show, and thank you. I'm glad you enjoyed my Vampire Diaries and the 100 reactions. Um, so, however, the Vampire Diary reactions will be going down to 1 day a week, next week. Yes, because tomorrow is the last week, or tomorrow starts the last week where it's Monday and Tuesday Vampire Diaries, and then the following week will be Vampire Diaries and then the originals, so that it will be 1 and 1. And hopefully that will slow it down because I feel like I'm going through the Vampire Diaries way too fast. Um, so I'm like, if I finish the Vampire Diaries too fast, then I feel like I'll have nothing to follow suit with. Even though I'm still doing like the Vampire Diaries, the originals, and then I'll get through like go to Legacies because I mean, might as well just do the entire series. Um, it it is. It is good. I used to make fun of it all the time because I'd be like, "This is just so corny," but it actually is good, and, I love when shows do that, or when I find shows like that where I'm like, this isn't gonna be good," and then, like, years later or months later or something like that, I end up watching it, and I'll be like, "Oh my god, this is so good." I think I've said this in, like, a couple of reactions or something like that because I know it happened with Arrow. I thoroughly enjoyed that. Um, I'm thoroughly enjoying the Vampire Diaries, even though it's like I think I watched like the first episode, and it was like right after I watched what is it? Not watched, but right after I read the first book because I remember that it being like promoted, and they're like, okay, well, it's based off this book, so I was like, you know what? Why don't I read the first book? And then I watched the first episode, and I'm like, wait, she doesn't have a brother, she has a sister, and what is all this? And I was, like, giving it so much crap, but to be honest, I never finished the book series. I only ever read the first book. Um, I have a habit of doing that. I did the same thing with Pretty Little Liars, is I read the first, Pretty Little Liars book, but then I never read anything else, and, I probably should've, but I'm glad I didn't with Pretty Little Liars because they just I that that was a yeah, Pretty Little Liars. I'm never been more disappointed in that show after season 3, I think it was. Yeah, after season 3, it's like went downhill. Or maybe it was after season 2. But um yes, Vampire Diaries is way different than the books. Uh I also just for fun just for fun, I looked up who ended up with who in the books because I know again they're so different, and I was actually like surprised with who ended up with who. Uh, it, and it actually kind of makes me glad that they didn't go that route. So I'm glad they kind of went into their own thing and they kind of made it their own. But now the Vampire Diaries, who ended up with who? Well, Elena ended up with Stefan in the books, and Damon ended up with Bonnie in the books. And I don't think Caroline actually existed, but I could be wrong. I forget that, but I do know that Damon ended up with Caroline and ended up with Bonnie in the books. So, but there's also a part of me that would really kind of wants to read the books just for the fun of it. I don't know why, but even though I know it's like completely different, but I'm kind of like curious to see what the, what direction they went down with the books. Um, but I'll probably never do it. But yeah, it was weird because exactly, it looks nice, just different. um, so, and I know similar. I know it was mentioned, I think, in one of my last live streams that they did something different um, with the 100 where they just kind of okay, bye. Thank you for chatting while you could. Jay, all I know is I'm sad that the legacies got canceled. Yeah, I can't um really say much about that, only because I haven't started legacies, so I don't really have an opinion myself. But yes, have a great night as well. So I know it is very sad for the fans, and I feel bad that fans who have stayed with legacies all these years, that it's gotten canceled, and it sucks. I hate it sucks when shows get canceled. Like I said, Roswell's been canceled for me, and I'm devastated. But yeah, I'm actually surprised that they canceled Legacies. They renewed Riverdale, but canceled Legacies. I figured that one would at least stick around, but nope. They canceled like quite a bit too. It's amazing, but it's probably because of the whole like selling of the CW and the whole merger of whatever whoever's buying it. I don't think that's been announced yet if someone's actually paid for it, but yeah, I haven't gotten to Legacies yet. I'm just getting to the original, so Legacies is a little bit out of reach right now. That'll probably be like a next year thing. Um, so yeah, okay. Anything else anyone wants to talk about? But I'll continue to talk. I just don't know what to talk about. But yeah, so Shadowhunters, I was mentioning that is now going to be on my Patreon. They said it will come to YouTube eventually, but right now it will be on Patreon. Like Teen Wolf is, I may start doing Teen Wolf on a weekend. I'm not sure. I do want to put it on YouTube. I just need to, like I've mentioned in the past, I just need to film new openings because uh, none of them really say much about YouTube. They all say about Patreon. So I don't know if you guys want to hear that. Um, but so Teen Wolf is my first one that I want to get to YouTube. I'm working on bringing back Dawson's Creek. Right now, I am doing full reactions on Patreon, and then we'll get them back onto uh, YouTube. I'm thinking of trying out Saturday and Sundays for videos for now until I can get to 2 videos a day, because 2 videos a day is very hard to do right now. I hope to do it at one point, especially if I start doing some shows on Patreon. I might have some extra shows that I can do twice a day. Um, and visit. So I'm hoping I can do that. Um, so I know I posted the Flash today because copyright claim dot didn't get resolved right away. So I had to wait until I could post it, which is like 48 hours after the fact. I hate when I have to do that, but I like I like being able to post things when I can. I hate when I have to like shift things, but I know it didn't do so well today, but it's okay. It's not a big deal. And Jay, what videos are you thinking of doing? As I was saying, I'm doing Shadowhunters. I've started that on Patreon. And I'm hoping to bring Teen Wolf to YouTube sometime. I'm a little behind on filming Teen Wolf right now for Patreon, so that yeah, I I'm way behind on that. So I'm trying to play catch up because I took 2 weeks off of filming when I probably shouldn't have, but I did. And now I have to play catch up. And with the heat coming, it's a little bit harder to film because bright lights, heat, and humidity do not mix at all. Um, so I'm trying my best, but yeah, Shadowhunters is the one right now. Um, I also know that come June I'll be doing Roswell, New Mexico reaction videos. That one I've been debating on and off, but since this is the final season and wanna I don't wanna say goodbye to it just yet, I'm going to do the reaction videos to it. Um, so those will probably come either Tuesday or Wednesday. It depends on when the episode gets posted. So so yeah, that that will come. Trying to think of what else. I had some other ideas for videos. Like when I made my tiers, I had some other ideas. Just trying to come up with different um, different shows that I could possibly do in a future. Let's see. Do I have? I do not. Let me see if I can pull some up. Hmm. Jay, are you saying, oh my god, yes to the Shadowhunters, Teen Wolf, or Roswell, New Mexico? Tiers. Yeah. Uh, so yeah, so like when it comes to certain shows, like maybe doing Supergirl, Legends of Tomorrow, Black Lightning, Batwoman. I haven't decided on those ones yet, but I've just kind of like put them down as thoughts and ideas. And then you have like Dawson's Creek, Felicity, Everwood, Gilmore Girls, Birds of Prey, Summerland, iZombie, the one, Gossip Girl, Rain, Secret Circle, Beauty and the Beast. Even though I think I spelled beauty wrong, and I'm just realizing that now. And then yeah, then I had some freeform shows, which was like Shadowhunters, Good Trouble, Cruel Summer, Stitchers, Recovery Road. So I was just trying to think of different shows that maybe. So I was trying to think of other shows so that way it's like I could I had something so when, the Vampire Diaries series, that whole, like, the series, the spin-offs all ended, I have something else that I could kind of figure out, but still working on it. I'd still love to do my rewatch reaction videos because I still think that would be fun because you don't always see everything the first time around, but I guess not a lot of people like that because I'd rather the first time reaction, but I like being able to see things again. It's like I was having that conversation with a friend of mine where he's rewatching the original Charmed and he's seeing things that he didn't see the first time. And I was like, yeah. I was like, yeah, you see those things. You don't always see the things the first time around, like when they're foreshadowing things to happen for a storyline. You don't always see them when you're first time watching, but you can see them after the fact. Like once you see the whole storyline, it's like, oh, okay. So now I understand why they did this versus that. So that's something that I always liked about rewatching series. That's why I thought it would be a fun thing to do. But I still have a thought of putting it into its own YouTube channel, but right now it's on hold. So we'll see. Um, to be honest, I could never get into Teen Wolf. I know they have cool creatures, but I can't with their CGI in wolf form. Uh, CGI hasn't been so bad, but I'm only halfway through the second season, so. But yeah, some of the wolf forms are a little iffy, but I know it's hard to figure that one out. Like, uh, what is it? Like, my brain just kind of like stopped thinking. But no, like some of the shows, like the Vampire Diaries, they do like a good type of wolf form even before they turn into like a real wolf. So not sure why Teen Wolf didn't do something like that. Maybe they just figured CGI and makeup was better route to go. Could be money, something like that. I don't know, but it's still entertaining as long as you kind of look past that. It's still very entertaining. So, and have you heard of Van Helsing or The Magicians? Yes, I've heard both. I have never really gotten into Van Helsing. That one I'm not really sure about. The Magicians has been yes and no. Part of me wants to get into it, and part of me is like a little unsure about it. So, but I can definitely put it on a list of maybe at some point because I told myself I may watch it. I just don't know when. But because I mean, there's so many shows and not enough time. I need a lot more time so I can watch all these shows. But then there's like a bunch of shows that I said love to go back and rewatch, but I don't know. I don't know. I better feel it. But I love him. I think it's just opening plot that hooked me and yeah, so many shows, so little times. I'll look into Van Helsing again, but it might not. We'll see. Yeah, okay. It's good, complex, and dark, and it gets a lot crazy after season two. I've seen some things. I feel like the last two seasons were like the craziest. Because I know I've read some things and I've seen like spoilers, but not like in a sense that I went looking for them. More in a sense that I've seen them because of news sites and stuff like that, and they've done recaps and things like that. And I just remember looking at and also promos, seeing promos, and I'm just like, this is a little weird, but Yeah, the last 2 seasons were hectic AF. I didn't like the last season, but I'm glad it got wrapped up. Oh, okay, so it did get wrapped up in the end because I know it got canceled, but I wasn't sure if it actually got, like, final like, a wrap up because some shows don't get that, like, wrap up, but apparently Roswell and Legacies will get that wrap up, which sucks. I'm glad they are, but it also sucks that they're getting taken off the air. Yes, they were able to satisfyly and thankfully, unlike some shows. God, my babysitter's a vampire. Oh, to be honest with you, I didn't realize that show got canceled until it just stopped airing. Because I had seen some shows, but Disney's been known to do that. They cancel shows and they just they do some weird things to certain shows. I don't understand it, but yeah, the same thing with Girl Meets World. They didn't get a proper ending, and I'm pissed about that one. Uh, so, but I don't actually remember how my babysitter, a vampire, ended. It got craziest ending, literally up to 5 cliffhangers. I just remember that it was like a movie, and then it turned into a TV series, and I feel like the movie and the TV series didn't exactly meet eye to eye at times, but it was still an interesting show, and, Disney Channel could have done wonders with it, but yeah, Girl Meets World, I was so sad when it never got it really didn't. It should've. I mean, one can call what they had an ending, but it was not an ending. Not an ending at all, but then they have, so other shows. So they have what is it, Bunked on right now, which has been on for 5 seasons, or is it 4 seasons? It's the 5th season they're turning into, a new Bunked to try and make it seem like it's not a new show or not a or is this the 6th season? I don't know. Bunked's been on for quite some time, and I think it's the only show that has a main character that's been on the show since the beginning. Um, and it's crazy considering the fact that they don't keep characters, past season 3 or 4. So, it's Disney Channel confuses me sometimes, but, uh, cry while watching season 3 of Vampire Diaries. Don't cry while watching season 3, but okay, bye. Thanks for chatting with me. Uh, so yeah, just going on a very rant strange rant about Disney Channel. Um, it's only because I saw, like, a thing on, what was it, tvline.com where they were talking about the new version of Bunked. But yeah, so they have, like, there's one of the first shows that has the same main character from the very beginning, and I think she is the only actress to be in, like, 5 or more seasons of a show, and I'm actually impressed with that. But yeah, now they've changed the premise, not the premise of the show, but the name of the show. They've added new characters, they have a new set, so it's kinda like a whole new show because that's what they do. It's very weird. Um, just like I'm not okay with, Raven's Home. I hate what they did. I just I don't know why they needed to change it up. But hello, Jenna. Welcome. Thank you for taking time from your fanfic to come chat with me. It's a very lonely chat right now. Seems to be one person at a time, but just kind of going on rambles and rants. Started with, what was it, Vampire Diaries, went to Teen Wolf, things. And then I just started ranting about Disney Channel. But yeah, so just I don't know. I'm attempting to keep a conversation going in hopes that people will write in the chat and I can comment back and forth. So, so is there anything you would like to talk about? Feel free to say and but like I said, very lonely chat. So I got nothing. Um now I'm laughing. I'm laughing nervously. Sorry. Excuse me. I'm sorry. I did not mean to yawn on you. Not sponsored. I was just thirsty. Um, so, but, but yeah, anything you want to talk about, Jenna? Why do you keep, for some odd reason, my thing keeps like auto focusing? It's like, it doesn't focus and then it focuses. It's very weird. But, um, okay, trying to think. My brain, so I'm definitely hoping that my reaction to The Flash this week doesn't get postponed because I was really excited about sharing that one with you all, and sadly it got postponed. And then I posted it, and now it's not doing as well, which makes me sad because it's actually a good episode. I also hated that it made me cry. It's like crying twice in a row. Not okay with that. Uh, I hate when shows make me cry. Is that one of your favorite episodes? Season 3, episode 5? Because I'm only on season 2. I just started posting season 2, halfway through, not halfway through season 2, but there's 16 episodes. Yeah, I'm halfway through season 2. Well, filming wise, not posting wise. Filming wise, I'm halfway through season 2, and not happy with the episode that I just watched. but But yeah, season 2 is kind of crazy. I'm kind of crazy. I'm afraid to get into the rest of the season. And is today your birthday, Jenna? If it is, happy birthday. If not, happy belated slash early birthday. uh, oh, Ella Clark against that to watch. So yeah, that's never fun watching the angst from your favorite uh couple. Yeah, I get that. It's never fun. I always have to remember to say angst because my brain wants to do against. It's like, no, that's not right. Like angst. I said angst wrong for years. Isn't that terrible? That is absolutely terrible. Yeah, I haven't gotten to the true Bellamy and Clark yet. I am looking forward to diving more into their relationship. Right now, I'm still on the Finn and Clark relationship. That one's taking a very bad turn, but yeah, ooh, I almost said congratulations. But happy birthday, and it's 1 in the morning for you. Well, thank you for being here. It's a little late. I apologize for putting it so late. This seems to be the best time that people can come because I tried to do it on Monday one night. That didn't work. So I can try and do it during the day over the summer, but mm, yeah, I'm a night owl too. Not as much lately, but I prefer nighttime to daytime anytime. If I could stay up all night, I probably would. But yeah, so I don't know. My brain is trying to think of anything to say. So, well, why, thank you. Um, yeah. Which one? That one. Oh yes, that was the episode where Clark escaped. Clark and escaped. Because I'm so far ahead with on Patreon with the reactions, I have to try and remember which ones I'm posting. Uh, I don't know why I did this to myself, but I I actually find it to be a lot better now because I can get videos posted a lot easier now, which I don't know why I didn't start this sooner. Probably should have. Um, so, but yeah, I found that to be a little bit easier if I'm posting because I'm 3 weeks ahead, I believe, with both the Vampire Diaries, the originals, and the 100. Yeah, so I'm 3 weeks ahead. So it works out better to getting them posted and posted on time. So, but sometimes I forget which ones I've posted. Because what was it? I posted episode 6 on Patreon and episode 3 on YouTube. So, like, I, I was, I don't even know who Finn is. Like, that, what they did to Finn, I get that he's trying to do it for Clark, or he was trying to do it for Clark, but, like, he's supposed to be against death and against war, and yet he goes, murder someone in cold blood, and then, you know, pointing guns at Bellamy. I just I don't know who he is. I just and then I think, in the next episode, yeah, episode 4, which, I'm posting hopefully if everything goes well, because I actually have to edit that one to post on YouTube. I'm a little behind on that, uh, due to the fact that I had, as I said, I got a haircut and had to get my nails redone. So, I didn't get a chance to edit that one yet. So, but but yeah, so that one's next, and that one pissed me off just a little bit too, because it's like Finn's over here, like, no, we can't save someone who's one of us. We have to go and save go and save Clark. That annoyed me because I'm like, no. But people say it's because of PTSD, which I can understand, but I don't understand how that could be PTSD, considering the fact because he was kidnapped by the Grounders at the end there. But I mean, I just, I mean, I do understand PTSD. I just don't understand how Finn would have gotten it. That's the thing that's throwing me. But because he's over here, he, he's just blinded by he just wants to save Clark. That he doesn't want to listen to anything else, and that he's only in it to save Clark. It's like it doesn't matter if they're not there and people aren't telling him. He's like, no, we're going here, going here. Like, I just, he's not, yeah, he's not listening to reason. He's just, I, I liked Finn last season. I don't know why they decided to do this to him. It I find it weird that it's like I've come to love not love yet, but I've come to like Bellamy a lot more. He is getting better, and I'm slowly starting to like Murphy more. And Finn, I could kick off a cliff, but at the same time, I don't want to see him dead. So I'm like, I don't know. I I'm still like, but I'm also at this point where like when it comes to Clark, I'm like, what is she going to think when she sees him after everything he's done? And she's not going to be happy with this because that's not the person she knows. But definitely, it's definitely interesting going into it, having a view of who to like and who to hate, and ending the season with completely different people not liking. So I kind of like that I went into the season definitely hating Murphy, hating Bellamy, not really liking Kane. I forgot his name second there. Yeah, not really liking. And now going into season 2, it's like I like Bellamy. I like Kane. And Murphy's we're still on the fence about Murphy, but he's getting better, and I just So it baffles me how he's like that when he's the one who used Clark to cheat on Raven. He's like, I must do anything to save her, which he's completely. I left my headphone out, but I know they spend how many days on the arc, and suddenly he's in love with her, and not on the dropship, and he's like suddenly in love with her and willing to do anything to save her. Yeah. Um, Finn's just a very flawed character, and it's like I don't know, but he definitely. It. I mean, with the episode that I just watched, which I haven't posted yet, but the episode I just watched, it kind of gives a new look into Finn's character for me. Um, yes, he still cheated, and yes, he still hurt Raven, and that was not cool. Especially, since he knew there was a chance that he could be reunited with Raven. It's like he shouldn't have done that. Um, he should have been honest with Clark about that, but well, I've only seen their friendship right now, Clark and Bellamy, so I can't say much about chemistry, but I do I can see why now fans love Clark and Bellamy. Um, and yeah, Finn and Clark right now in season 2, it's not so great. Not so great at all. Um, Finn and Clark in season 1 at the beginning of the season, I really enjoyed. But now it's like it's tainted and it's not good, and I don't think I can ship it. But I just I don't know. Not one for wanting Finn dead, but I'm also I I kind of want him to be punished or get this cold shoulder or something like this, but I don't know. I just he's I like him, I hate him, I want to slap him upside the head. It's even in the beginning when Clark and me, I couldn't because I'm sitting there going like, wait, he's a complete ass. So why do people want this? So um that was my takeaway at first. Yes, they butted head very well, and yes, they did have the chemistry, but until he softened up and you could actually see layers behind Bellamy, I really sat there going like, I don't understand why fans like this. But my my opinions have changed going forward, and I'm glad they did because I don't think I would have really enjoyed liking or hating Bellamy the entire time. But I mean, like, if he was a terrible person, I probably would have. But I know certain circumstances change things. Like, I'm still like I said, I'm still very unsure about Murphy right now. He's uh, though the amount of times that I've said, I hate to say this, but I agree with Murphy, um, I probably could give myself a nickel because I've actually said that quite a bit. Yeah. I think it officially changed in episode 8 of season 1. You actually get to see Bellamy with his guard down and vulnerable. Uh, Excuse me while I remind myself what episode 8 was. Yes. Yes, I agree with that. I 100% agree with that, yeah. 'Cause, you really got to see Mhm. how his actions really are affecting him and what he really feels that, he's just not this terrible person, but he's doing it to survive, and he feels, um, guilt for what he's done, and he knows that if they come down, that he'll, be killed because he killed Chancellor Jaha, even though he knows that Chancellor's not even even though we know the Chancellor's not dead, he believes he killed the Chancellor, so he's doing it for survival and to make sure that his sister's okay. So yeah, so I completely agree that everything changed in season 8, especially between Clark and Bellamy. It really changed there. And when Clark and Bellamy kind of saved each other from the other one of their own who was coming to kill them. So yeah, so I do agree with that. I actually really liked that episode too. I felt it was a very good Bellamy episode, and it really kind of opened my eyes a little bit more to liking Bellamy. It's like his softer side slowly started to come out, but that one is where it really shifted for me and liking Bellamy a lot more than I did at the beginning of the season, for sure. Um, well, hello, Ponyboy Curtis. Welcome to the chat. So, like, I'm trying so hard not to say some of the things that I want to say, even though technically it's my channel and I can say it since I've watched it and I've seen it, but I'm trying to be good and not speak too much of what I've already seen versus what is actually posted on YouTube because I know you won't spoil me, but I still I don't want to risk anyone else who might see this and say something. So, uh, Dax was the kid who sent. Oh, thank you. Yeah, my brain does not always remember names. I am terrible at names. You can see he is a good person inside. It's just that he had to put on that tough act to make sure he could protect Octavia, make sure they survive. Exactly. Also to make sure he survived because he didn't want to leave Octavia behind. He had already kind of screwed up by getting Octavia caught, and he didn't want to screw up again. Hello. Well, I have been posting them. So the last 3 weeks I posted season 2, episode 1, 2, and 3. So and episode 4 will be posted on Renee. Um, will be posted on Thursday. Yeah, on Thursday. Maybe you're not getting the YouTube notifications. I mean, that could be it because YouTube does that sometimes. I don't know why. But yeah, I have been posting them. I know I did take a small break with posting them, mostly because I was going to post them and then I decided to take a whole week off, so that pushed it back a bit more. So, but yeah, so season 2, episode 1, 2, and 3 are posted, and episode 4 will be posted on Thursday. On Yeah, so but I'm trying to keep up with posting them each week. It's the Vampire Diaries and the 100s. The 100s is what I'm trying to make sure I post each week. The only time I would do that, I won't post is if something else comes up or if I want to take a break for the week. Taking that break actually did help, and it got me all um, ahead of everything, which is very nice. And as I've said before, that it's definitely helped being way ahead and posting it on Patreon. So okay, so but yeah, they should be there. If you have any issues, just let me know and I will see what's going on. But I swear, I have posted them. Plus, wow, I just had a hard time speaking. Plus, especially with the way he was brought up on the arc, he has a different way of handling things. That's why he does act the way he does in the beginning of the first season. Yeah, going in and watching the episode My Sister's Keeper, forget which episode that one was. Um, yeah, some of these I don't know off the top of my head. Uh, no, that was episode 6. Yeah, okay. But yeah, watching that one, you kind of get a sense of what he had to do. Thank you. Yes, I figured that one out. But I figured you would know too. But yeah, so you kind of get a sense of how he was raised, what happened with him and Octavia and all that. So, and why he's so protective of Octavia. He had to grow up making sure that she wasn't caught, that she was well hidden, and that no one knew about her. Honestly, he kind of grew up in a crappy way, but at the same time, he got to have something that no one else had, which was a sibling. So he got to have someone else he could care for. So, but I think that's one thing I like about some of these flashbacks is you kind of get a sense of different characters, who they are, and their backstory. You don't just see them as criminals or warriors or good guys, bad guys. Like we still haven't seen. Like I said, the episode that I just watched was Finn's kind of like Finn's backstory a little bit. Even though we did know like a little bit of it because of what Raven told us, but still, we got to a little bit more about that. And I kind of hope that we keep with these backstories. I don't know if we do keep doing like flashbacks to the arc, um, but yeah, that's why I said he kind of had a crappy way of growing up because his mom put so much responsibility on him, even though he was still a child himself, and he had to, you know, do everything to make sure that he didn't get caught. But at the same time, his mom's like, sleeping with one of the guards, so that's why she knew when all the um, surprise inspections were. But yeah, he had a little bit of a crappy way growing up. Um, but he did get a sister out of it, which I find to be nice. Like I said, he got something that no one else did. And I agree with that. Yeah, he became both a father and a brother in one. Yes, he did because as far as we learned, they didn't have a father. Which did he just leave them or did he get floated? Is that I don't remember if that was mentioned. We just know that going forward, it was like when Octavia was born, Bellamy was the one that was tasked with protecting her and keeping her safe. So sorry, I am thirsty and I wanted to finish that off. But so, oh, they do? Was that mentioned already, or is that something new that we haven't learned yet? Okay, so did I just kind of like not hear that? Because I don't remember that ever being mentioned, but yeah, I don't. Okay, like I said, has this been mentioned or was it mentioned? Okay. So there's something I didn't know. Uh, oh, okay. I did not read the file, so that's why. Okay, my brain did not actually like read what the file said. It just okay. Thank you. I was like going, did I completely just uh not remember this being said? But that makes sense now. Okay, thank you. Um, yeah, sometimes I don't read what's written down on things um unless they show it for a long period of time. But okay, might have to go back to that and see about that. Um, but yeah. Oh, he is? I did not realize he was Filipino. But that's nice that they put that in there too. It's nice when they keep things like that in for characters. My brain is thinking, I'm sorry. Long day, heat. I've I've slowly lost my mind, I think. But yeah. So so I would So I did not know that. But thank you for telling me. And this totally makes a little bit more sense as to Bellamy and Octavia's relationship a little bit more because I completely did not know that. Do we ever find out Octavia's dad? Do I want to know that answer, or is that a no? That it's never figured out who her dad is. Now my brain wants to go back to that episode because I'm like, uh, I'm also going like, their mom got floated too, right? Bellamy for that. Okay, I wasn't sure if we did end up finding out, or if it's just kind of like a non-existent thing. So thank you. It's a non-existent thing. Yeah, the mom was kind of sleeping with a bunch of people. No, she was sleeping with a guard for sure. I know that much. But so it probably was one of the guards, maybe. But whatever whoever it was, we got Octavia and Bellamy, and such a great sibling relationship, especially since the show really doesn't have any other siblings, since that wasn't a thing they could do on the arc. Excuse me. But okay. So it's been about a little over an hour, and I am so thankful for you all joining me. I think I'm going to call it a night, and we can do this again another time, maybe a different day or something like that. Like, I don't know if Monday or Thursdays work, or even a Saturday afternoon. We could try that one day. I don't know. But I do enjoy doing these live streams with you all. Um, and it's always so fun to talk about the different shows, especially more than just in the comments. But I can also tell you about other things too. So yeah, always fun to do these. Uh, but I will be calling in the night. Thank you all for joining, and yeah, until next time. Bye, guys, and have a good night.